From Watch Fox 57, it's Watch Fox News. Good day.
Welcome back this morning on Watch Fox News. Good day. Delighted to have with us in the studio Evangelist Regina Thomas. She's the author of a brand new book entitled Walking by Faith, Swaddled in His Glory. And Regina, it is a delight to have you with us this morning. Thank you so much for being here today and coming with us on our program. What a fascinating life story you have, and what a blessing it is to hear a little bit about this morning. Let's talk. You're an ordained minister, and
Yes,
you're the founder of, is it Rest of Hope Ministry?
Restorative Hope
Restorative
Ministries.
Hope, Restorative Hope, of course. And the Panama Mission Campaign. Lots to talk about this morning. But you also, not only that, but Regina's been a nurse for some 37 years, a wife of 35, mother. Tell me, how do you do all that and then do this?
Well, actually, while I did all that, I just recently, in the year 2002, really had problems. I've been working all these years, actually been a travel nurse. That's how I came to the state of South Carolina. But prior to that, I was very active and traveling. I've traveled several countries, and you know, that's just one of my things. I love to travel.
You lived in Alaska for 20 years.
I lived in Alaska for 20 years. I lived in Pennsylvania. I lived in Oregon, not Oregon, but Arizona.
Oh, Phoenix, yeah, okay.
Arkansas.
Wow, my
Florence. I've lived all over.
Well, tell me about the Panama campaign. Let me talk a little about that. For me.
The Panama campaign actually started in the year 2002. The Lord spoke to me about going back to my native land, which I had left 30 years prior to that and had not been back home. So,
oh, is that right?
As you know, the Canal Zone was dissolved and everybody had gone. Most of the people were in the States, and so it's a new Panama. So I knew nobody there. Actually, I've not even been able to go back to my whole neighborhood because it's just ministry whenever I go there. So I do crusades in the stadiums. I do seminars with the leaders. I do conferences. I take school supplies for the children. Wow. So I have a pretty busy life when I go there.
Tell me about that. Did you, is this something that you've always planned on, I don't know, planned on doing? Sometimes things just happen and lead you in that direction.
It really wasn't something that I really planned to do. Like I said, I've been working all these years, and then in the year 2000, after the Lord spoke to me, I was still working as a nurse, and retinitis is something that I've had all my life. I wasn't aware of it to some degree of what the extent of it was, but in the year 2002, once I had the surgery in my eyes, but prior to that I was traveling, been a local preacher for 2 years and ministering all over doing conferences, you know, even here in Colombia. But then the Lord spoke to me about going back to Panama, and that was very scary to do because I didn't know anybody back there.
Right.
You know, but I went there just like the Lord said, knocking the doors of the pastors, and that's what I've been doing for the past 7 years, and don't plan to quit till the Lord said it's over.
I love that. That's fabulous. Let's talk about this book, Walking by Faith, Swallowed in His Glory. I think this could be said for all of us. Walking by faith is something that perhaps we all need to do a little bit more of. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for this book.
The inspiration for this book came about because of the fact, like, as I said before, I was a very active person and, you know, getting around, and then all of a sudden I found myself locked in this web where I can't even go from here to the corner by myself. I just didn't feel comfortable. I knew I was in trouble when I could no longer go out to the corner or take the bus on my own. It was such a fear because my perception was off. I couldn't see things really clear enough, but I continued to move. I walk by faith because half of the time I don't see where I'm going. Right. But I walk because I'm familiar with a lot of things.
You know, you have a line in the book here that says, most of all, this book accentuates the hilarious growth and moments of triumph in things I'm experiencing. It's funny that there's, you mentioned the word hilarious. It is also, growth is also fun. The way you look at it, too, is also important. Now, you're doing a book signing ceremony. Come and tell us a little about this.
Yes, I'm going to be starting that tomorrow at Walden Books. They'll be at the Sumter Mall, and they'll be carrying my books. I also have got several. Yesterday I looked at my site, and I've got about 50 sites that my book is advertising.
Oh, wow.
New York Press, Charlotte Press, South Dakota Press, several different sites that my book is on. So God is really moving and doing things through this book.
Right.
It's a book to bring hope. It's a book of inspiration. It's a book to tell people that you can do it. You know, people look at you, and like I said before, the minute you tell them that, when I tell people I'm legally blind, they think 50% of your IQ is extracted immediately. And,
that's a shame.
you know, some people don't understand me because I look too good. I don't really look like I'm blind. They don't know my struggles. And when I look, I was looking this morning, I look at my finger, my hand, I see 2 fingers, the top of my fingers.
Wow.
But I have tunnel vision, so I see further out. The lighting is just like, even right now, it's like,
yeah, I don't think
killing.
yeah, I don't think people would really know what you're going through unless they're experiencing
the
it.
days, I'm like, you know, people talk about the albinos, oh, they're blind in the daytime. I go out to the light and it's like, ooh.
Wow. Well, that's an experience that only that we could be able to see maybe through reading this book. And it's Walking by Faith, Swallowed in His Glory. Of course, it's the Walden Books in Sumter where the signing will be happening. And of course, that is Evangelist Regina Thomas. Regina, thank you so much for joining us this morning. What a pleasure you are. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll look at your forecast. It's Watch Fox News Today. Return to the